2023 is shaping up to be a huge year for Sonic. What do you mean it's already over? Alright, 2023 was a huge year for Sonic. We got new games, new merch, more of a new show. It was crazy. But that's all in the past. It's time to look towards the future. Similar to last year, I've decided to use my magic mystical orb to predict what this year holds for our favorite blue rat. Let's start off with the fun stuff. What games do I think will come out this year? Last year I predicted that we'd only get a port, or if we were lucky, a remaster. But instead we got none of that and a lot of new stuff. So this year I'm going to be a little bit more bold with my predictions. Firstly, I'd say it's 50-50 between two things. Option 1, we get a new spin-off title. Probably made by some outsourced studio, but I don't know. I think this could be a few things. A racing game is probably likely, but that just seems a little too obvious. A fighting game would be super cool, and I think Sonic characters could make for some pretty interesting movesets. Or a rhythm game could be fun. The series has so many incredible songs, surely they could throw some into a Guitar Hero clone or something and call it a day. Hey, wait a minute. Option 2, some sort of new Sonic platformer. Of course, this wouldn't be to the scale of Frontiers, maybe not even Superstars, but I don't think it's off the table. I mean, we got 2 last year, neither of which we knew about until at least halfway through the year, so I don't think it's completely off the table. I have seen rumors about a Sonic and Shadow game floating around, but I don't know if I believe that specifically is happening. Would be cool though. Option 3, maybe a port. Maybe not. Very possible, but also what do I know? I'm keeping this separate from the other two because I feel like this could possibly happen regardless of anything else. If I was a betting man, which I am, mama didn't raise a quitter, I'd say we're getting a re-release of this one. What I don't think will happen is, calling it now, Sonic Superstars Plus. I do not see the vision. There may be additional content potentially coming, but I don't see them making a plus version of the game. It already got a physical release, it's a fairly large game as is, and I honestly can't think of what else they could add to make it worthwhile. Like I said last year, no matter how disappointing they may always be, these seem to be a constant every year. So my prediction is, there's gonna be a Sonic Central in or around June, and they will announce merch and stuff, thank you. Merch! If I'm being honest, I'm not terribly invested in the realm of Sonic the Hedgehog merch, so I don't know a lot of what could or could not happen. I do believe we'll be seeing a lot more Sonic Legos. I think that's a safe bet. I'd love to see something more adult come out of that too, like they've done in the past for Mario. The Lego idea set was really cool, but they haven't really done anything that's truly caught my attention since then. As for other stuff, I could see them doing a licensing agreement with another fast food chain for the release of Sonic Movie 3. I really hope they do something with Sonic specifically. The name is Sonic, they sell chili dogs, they're fast food, what more could you ask for? If the Sonic x Sonic collab doesn't happen this year and we don't get silly little Sonic movie toys, I grant you all full permission to call me a silly Billy in the comments, but please don't, that'd be mean. Speaking of collabs, last year I predicted Sonic and Fortnite, and sadly, that didn't come to pass. However, I have a very good feeling about this year. The stars are aligning, the time has come, you will finally be able to crank 90s as or on your least favorite blue rodent. I guess I should take this part more seriously. We're getting a Sonic X, collab. When in the world are we getting Sonic Movie 3 and Knuckles news? Assuming the Knuckles show takes place before Movie 3, I think it's a safe bet to assume we'll be getting news for that quite literally any week now. We haven't seen much since its announcement outside of a few set photos nearly a year ago, and I guess besides those leaked storyboards a few days ago, so we are for sure due for some juicy information. I can see the show dropping before the promotion of Movie 3 begins, so probably sometime between April to June. That leaves about half a year for them to promote Movie 3 before its release in December. I'd say the first trailer will drop sometime in August, or maybe July. 4 to 5 months seems like an adequate amount of time to promote the film. We'll probably get Shadow's casting sometime before that too, but I haven't a clue when that'll be. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't happened already. Any day now, I can see it. Tom Holland cast to play Shadow the Hedgehog. This might be super wishful thinking, but I'm seeing another batch of Symphony tour dates being announced sometime in the near future. The team seems pretty stoked about doing this, and it seems like all the fans are loving the shows too, so they have no reason not keep extending to new locations. I personally am lucky enough to have a Symphony in my hometown, but not a lot of fans are as fortunate as I. I predict that they will almost definitely add more locations in the US and Europe, but it would be fantastic if they branched out to even more places too. I don't think there's been a single show in Africa, and hardly any in Asia or South America too. They've got the back half of the year and onwards to fill out with dates, and I think they'll almost definitely make use of that time. And that's everything my magic mystical orb can predict for this year. Hopefully at least some of it comes true. If not, that'd be pretty embarrassing. If none of my predictions come to pass, I grant you all full permission to call me an idiot and a fraud. But if anything from this video happens, you all have to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and watch more of my videos. That'll make the rules. Sorry, not sorry. Regardless, see you at next year's predictions. Bye bye!